And we're back now with something upsetting that happened over the weekend. The system failed a homeless woman and her unborn baby.
It's exactly what a small group of women had been working tirelessly to prevent, and now they are more determined than ever to make sure it never happens again. 10 on Your Side, Stephanie Harris has their story.
We need change. That's what these women are saying. Yesterday, a pregnant homeless woman went into labor on the grass outside of a Wawa. Her baby died. Now, I've been talking for a couple of weeks now with several women who tried to help her. They say the system made it impossible. Here's how it all started. As Arnisha Rutledge scrolled through her Facebook feed, an image jumped off the screen. A very pregnant woman lying on a bench and barely clothed.
No, I thought it was a joke.
She didn't believe this could really be happening in Newport News until she started reading the posts.
People's like, oh, I know her, I've seen her. I was following this story for about 7 hours.
Amanda Alston, like Rutledge, couldn't erase the picture in her head.
Everybody was like, she refuses help. She's violent. Don't approach her.
Despite the warnings, these two strangers decided they had to find this destitute mom-to-be before it was too late.
A pregnant woman, and it was about 40 degrees that day, windy, chills, laying on a bench in a sports bra, obviously tell you something is mentally wrong.
They coordinated through private messages with a plan to go offline and onto the streets.
And a guy had inboxed me and he said, I just rode past her and she's on the bench at Shoney's. And so I said, you know, I'm on my way.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
We met her on the bench. She was froze.
They say she came quietly. Maybe she was too cold or too tired to fight. Whatever the reason, she got into the car with them. They got her a hot meal and put her up in a motel.
I was hurt. I'm so hurt. Like, we all cried. We sat there and cried because it was ridiculous. It don't make no sense.
How did she end up like this? Pregnant, homeless, and alone.
The system has failed her. Like, when we talked, she said, I've done what they keep asking me to do, and I'm still in my situation.
Due to privacy laws, 10 on Your Side cannot confirm that she is a client of social services. But on the day this picture went viral, and on the night these women found her, the pregnant woman was lying in plain sight along a busy street just blocks from a police station and in front of a medical office.
Nobody stopped to say, wait. Something is wrong here.
Rutledge and Alston admit the woman refused medical help the night they took her in, and when they asked police to check on her, she refused to open the door.
She's about to have that baby, but she doesn't trust anybody.
By law, she can refuse help, but how is that law protecting her or her baby? We asked Senator Cree Deeds.
It's heartbreaking, you know, our safety net is embarrassingly thin, and a lot of people slip through the cracks.
Senator Deeds is working to fill those cracks. His own mentally ill son attacked the senator and took his own life in 2013.
What I'm working on is a way to make sure that the mentally ill receive a uniform standard of care.
Deeds hopes to have new legislation ready for the 2018 session of the General Assembly. But he and the other lawmakers must walk a fine line between civil rights and safety.
You're gonna call it crazy if something happens to the baby and you're gonna try to lock her up, but y'all didn't do y'all's part.
Arnisha and Amanda are doing their part, stepping in where the system did not or could not, using social media to deliver social justice. Now, social services, the women tell me, came and took the pregnant woman about a week ago, but they wouldn't give those women any information about the mom-to-be. They say they learned that she had been released from the hospital several days later, and they began another desperate search to find her. Well, someone reached out to them when they saw her in labor yesterday on the lawn at that local Wawa. They are now determined to make sure that this never happens again. They'll be holding a prayer vigil outside of the Wawa on Jefferson Avenue in Newport News tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Stephanie Harris, 10 on Your Side.